What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Rope Monster coming at you here from beautiful sunny Playa del Carmen. Now in today's video I'm going to give you a complete breakdown on how to live in Playa del Carmen on just $1,000 per month. You heard that correctly. It can be done. I'm going to show you how step by step. We're going to start with rents. We're going to talk about utilities, which neighborhood you'll need to live in if you want to be close to the beach but stay under that $1,000 budget. We'll talk about cell phone, laundry, where to get a good coffee for only $2. We'll also talk about dining out and even nightlife on that budget, guys. Now, this is not some theoretic thing that I'm just coming up with. I actually did this last year for 3 straight months. I lived under $1,000. I'll also share with you exactly where I used to live and only paid 6,500 pesos a month, 325 US for rent. And for those of you who stick around to the end of the video, I'll share with you my current budget and how I'm living. Most of you know I eat very well. I have a very rich life here, but it might shock you what budget I'm living on. There's a lot of talk about how expensive Playa del Carmen has become. It's a very popular vacation destination, but I think there's some misconceptions. So I'm going to share with you guys these tricks. Also at the end of the video, a couple of bonuses on how to live even cheaper. And I'll also link in the description below the $700 to $900 a month budget video I did last year. All right, guys, you ready to check out Playa del Carmen on a budget? Vamonos. So guys, we're here at Playa 88. This will be your closest beach access, more than likely, if you're living on that budget of $1,000 a month or less. And how does this look to you guys? I personally fell in love with this beach last year, and I lived about 4 minutes from this exact spot walking and paid $325 a month US. And so I'm gonna take you back into the neighborhood. We are in Colosio, and we're gonna show you kind of what that neighborhood looks like, and I'm gonna show you where exactly I used to live for $325 US a month, because you'll want to stay under 400 or so a month for rent and utilities if you're trying to live on $1,000 a month. So it's really important. We got to start with the most important thing, the rent. I don't want to keep you guys waiting, and I want you guys to have a realistic expectation of what the neighborhood actually looks like. There are some drawbacks. You're going to have some street vendors. You got to get used to hearing things like bolillos calientitos, or el panadero con el pan, el panadero con el pan. You're going to hear that a lot. Also, there's some street dogs that were problematic from time to time. Obviously, there's some workarounds. I found these earplugs on Amazon.mx that like you can mold to the actual shape of your ears. You can get a really loud fan or a white noise machine. But without further ado, guys, let's go check out the neighborhood where you can live very, very cheaply. And my studio apartment that I had for 6,500 pesos was actually really nice. It had a Cali King bed, like a 50-something inch TV, a 5-burner gas stove. So it was actually a really nice apartment. It's just the location. You're a little farther north from the center. And guys, throughout the video, I'll show on Google Maps where exactly I am so you can follow along. All right, my friends, so we are just now leaving the Playa 88 entrance. This is Calle 90th, right there behind me. We're gonna walk up to 92, so just 2 blocks from the Playa 88 entrance. We're gonna walk back into the Colosio neighborhood and see what things look like, and we're gonna walk by my old apartment. And this is the exact place you'll wanna start if you're looking for a cheap apartment. I'll put on the maps exactly where I am once again. you'll see right off the bat when we turn here onto Calle 92, you're going to see a number of buildings. As a general rule though, if you want to live extra cheap, you'll want to be between 10 and 15, not between 5th Ave and 10th Avenue. These apartments will run a little bit higher because you're right next to 5th Avenue. So, but you can see this neighborhood's still slightly rough around the edges. But for the most part, it's really quiet, peaceful, and fairly safe. So we'll keep an eye out for any for rent signs. This is meant to be a raw point of view video. I'm not going to throw a bunch of edits or music or anything in here. I just want you guys to be able to hear and see the sights and sounds of the neighborhood. So I used to get my laundry done here for fairly cheap, but I'm going to show you an even cheaper place in a little bit. And when I was on that budget of under $1,000 a month, I would come over here to Tortilleria Margarita. I would get a kilo of tortillas for about $1, a fat stack of tortillas. Then I would come up here to this corner store I'll show you in a moment, and I would buy some queso oaxaqueño, some cheese, and a couple of serrano peppers, and make homemade quesadillas, and stayed very, very fit and strong just eating those quesadillas on the regular, which are basically free. And guys, so my old neighbor lived in one of these buildings back here, and he only paid 5,000 pesos a month, about 250 US. And we're coming up on my old apartment. And yes, I had AC and all the comforts. So right here, guys, this second floor was my old studio. And so this was my neighborhood when I first moved to Playa on a budget. I was coming from Ecuador. I wasn't quite sure if I'd be able to afford Playa. Quite frankly, I had heard so many things about how expensive it was. And a friend of mine, Luigi, told me that I needed to check out Colosio if I wanted to find a cheap apartment. And so guys, these little tiendas right here, I used to come shopping over here, and you can see here chicken 65 pesos a kilo, or even chicken legs and chicken thighs 45 pesos a kilo. Guys, that's 2.2 pounds of chicken for just over $2. So everything you need is kind of right here in this neighborhood. Let's see if we see any other rentals. I would highly recommend just kind of looking between 10th and 15th Avenue. I wouldn't go deep into Colosio. I would kind of walk the length. We're on 15th right now. I would walk around here looking for rent signs, or even knocking on gates. I actually found that place back there just by knocking on the gate, and I met the landlady and made an offer on the place, and ended up living there for about 9 months. And so you can probably hear the dogs a little bit, guys. There's definitely dogs back here. It's Mexico. Here's a little guy right here. Now also, you may be wondering about utilities. Okay, Rope Monster, you only paid $625 US a month for rent, but what about utilities? Well, many of you may not know this, but the electric bill, the kilowatt hours are charged differently depending on which neighborhood you're in. Colosio, the electricity is incredibly cheap. So every 2 months I paid about $25 US, 500 to 550 pesos every 2 months. So with rent and utilities, I was still well under $400 a month. So that pretty much covers rent and utilities, guys. Wi-Fi is oftentimes included in the rent, or it's only about 400 pesos a month maximum. So Wi-Fi generally not an issue. So we've got rent, electric, Wi-Fi. And I'll show a little bit more of this neighborhood, guys. What's up, buddy? So guys, I'm now back here almost to 20th Avenue, and I think you get the idea. This is absolutely the neighborhood where you're gonna wanna come look for cheap rents. And like I said, between 10th and 15th for the most part. Next, we're gonna talk about cell phone. I'm gonna explain to you how to get a SIM card and for how much, and how you can stay at about $10 a month for cell phone expenditures. So we got to go up to 30th Avenue for that and find ourselves a Telcel shop. All right, guys, I'm here on 30th and 84th in Donaldo Colosio in front of the Telcel shop. This is where you're gonna want to come get your SIM card. Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué precio tiene el SIM card? 100 pesos. Okay, gracias. Muy amable. All right, guys, so there you have it. 100 pesos, $5 gets you a SIM card and also gets you a little bit of data to get started. And then what you're gonna do, that'll get you a Mexican phone number, a 984 number. And then what you're gonna wanna do after that is every week or so, you can go to the OXXO, give them your phone number and ask for paquete de 50 pesos, 50 pesos, $2.50, and that will recharge your phone as needed. It'll tell you when your data is gonna run out. You simply go to the OXXO, recharge it, and it runs about $2.50 every week, 50 pesos a week. So $10 a month plus the cost of your SIM card. So the first month might run you $15 and thereafter you're at $10 a month. I personally use an international plan so that whichever country I go to, I have data right away. And I can also do unlimited live streaming here on the channel. But before I was doing live streaming, I just went with the Telcel data and it was completely sufficient. The service is great. It even works if you go back to the US. It'll work on the T-Mobile cell towers as long as you charge it up before you go back to the US. So there you have it, guys. Cell phone, $10 a month. Shaping up to be pretty easy to hit this $1,000 a month mark, guys. Now let's talk about transport. Check this out. So there's really three forms of transportation here that actually cost money. One is the bus that we just saw, that's 7. Some of the bus drivers are now charging 10 pesos. And then there's the colectivos, which cost 10 pesos. And then of course we have the taxis right here. And so up here on 30th, the colectivos and the buses will get you north and south as far as you really need to go. So if you're living in Colosio, you can come up here for 10 pesos. You can get all the way down as far as Benito Juarez to the center for 50 cents. The other option that I highly recommend is if you're gonna live here a while, get on Facebook Marketplace, get yourself a bicycle for about $50 and you're good, you're done. The other thing is people like to use these electric scooters, which are also quite cheap. And then there's an app that I like to use called InDrive, INDRIVE, and they do operate here in Playa. We do not have Uber, but with InDrive, you can name your price, and then the driver can choose to accept or decline it. And multiple drivers will view your offer. And so generally, if you have a little bit of time, you can offer maybe 100 pesos, and that'll get you all the way across town, wherever you need to go. So that covers transport. Transport can be simple too. It can be as simple as walking, using your legs. Playa is very walkable. That's one of the reasons I chose to retire here. But these colectivos are very handy once you learn how to use them for just 10 pesos. That's a very popular way to get around here in Playa. All right, guys, let's talk about laundry next and then get into some food because I am getting hungry. I'm gonna show you where to get a huge steak burrito for $5, 100 pesos. Vámonos. All right, guys, I also wanted to briefly mention haircuts. It is not uncommon here to get a haircut for $4. Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cuánto me costaría un corte normal? 80. Okay, gracias, carnal. Que le vaya bien. So, guys, 80 pesos for a nice haircut. If you want like a fancier fade or something, it might run you 100, 110 pesos. $4 for a haircut, guys. And if you're like me, you get your haircut about once a month. And so there you have it, haircuts, $4. Definitely staying under this $1,000, no doubt about it. All right, guys, I'm up here on 88th and 30th. I decided to pay a visit to my old friends here at one of the economy kitchens where I used to get empanadas for 15 pesos. I'll link that video below. It's a pretty old video. The thumbnail is me and Jenny is the empanada queen. I put that on the thumbnail photo, empanada queen. This place has caldos de res. I'll show the menu. They've got soups, barbecue ribs for like $3, $2.50. So I'll show you what they have, and I think I'll grab some food here just to show that you can eat out very well, home style cooking, stack of tortillas, and an agua fresca included for $2. All right, guys, this is the spot right here. Caldos de res, caldo de pollo, frijol con puerco, costilla en salsa verde, costilla en adobo, all these different options, guys. Mole, caldo de camarón, all these options. All right, guys, so look at this plate of home cooked food. Honestly, better quality than a lot of places you're gonna find on 5th Avenue. Comes with the agua fresca included. And it also has a stack of tortillas with it. So plenty of food here for the rope monster to keep the gains and stay strong. Let's try that first bite, get that first bite magic. They also have a really good green salsa here that I like to put on everything. Check this out, guys. Nom nom nom. And you know what I like best? The price. And so, guys, with this plate of food and this stack of tortillas, you can make about 8 tacos for 60 pesos that look about like that. And a typical taco in the center is going to cost you at least 25 pesos each taco, which, I mean, still not expensive. But if you can come up here and get 8 tacos for $3, why not? Check this out. It's fat, loaded up with beans, rice, steak, salsa, potato. Y con esa salsa verde with that green salsa. Absolutely delicious, guys. Happy Rope Monster. ¿Cuánto tiempo llevas haciendo cortes?
Un año.
Solo un año. Eres lo máximo. Felix has got me looking extra guapo today, mira. Tan suave. Busted out the straight razor, touched up the lines. Kid knows what he's doing, man. Respeto. Okay. Gracias, Felix.
Dale.
Nos vemos, hermano.
Sí.
Cuídate mucho. All right, guys, there we have it. We got the $3 lunch, the $4 haircut, and the $5 SIM card. So, guys, $13 for lunch, a haircut, and a SIM card for your phone. Now, obviously, I had to leave Felix a little bit extra because he did such a fantastic job. But 13 bucks, guys, for lunch, a haircut, and a cell phone SIM card. Still think Playa is expensive? All right, guys, on to the next thing. Let's go check out the laundry spot. I'm gonna show you where to get your laundry washed, dried, and folded for $3. And I do that once a week, guys. So that puts laundry at 12 bucks a month. Pretty sure we're gonna stay well under this $1,000 budget and have quite a bit left over for some funsies. All right, guys, the laundry spot. Now, if you're living in Colosio, this is my #1 favorite lavanderia. It's called La Turquesa, and the reason I love it, they never steal my tank tops. They do a fantastic job. They can get stains out of anything, and the price is fantastic. They also have same-day service, so if you drop your laundry off here at 8 or 9 in the morning, you can get it back between 4 and 7 p.m. the very same day. And the minimum weight here is, I believe, 4 kilos at 15 pesos a kilo. So you can get 8 pounds of laundry done, washed, dried, and folded for $3, guys. So let me show you this spot real quick. Hola, hola, hola. Hola, Diana. ¿Cómo vas? ¿Todo bien? Okay. Gracias. All right, guys, so there you have it. La Turquesa. To get your laundry washed, dried, and folded for $3. So definitely still on budget here. Now, guys, I'm getting thirsty. I am parched. I'm gonna go grab an agua fresca. Maybe limon con chia, algo así. Some type of refreshing natural beverage or juice for $1. And I'm gonna show you where to do that. Then we gotta stop and pay our buddy over there on CTM a visit. He's got 100 peso burritos. Always gotta stop there, guys. Thanks for sticking around to this point of the video. If you guys find value in this, just smash the like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. It means the world to me. And man, what a haircut I got there for $4. I'm feeling aerodynamic. La cantidad de pollo. ¿Y hoy tienen chilaquiles?
Sí, hay chilaquiles.
Chilaquiles. Sí. La mexicanita.
Ah, sí.
The boxing.
Sí, sí,
okay.
Sí.
Guys, I featured this spot in Cheapest and Best of Playa del Carmen Part 2, so if you haven't seen that, check it out. This is one of my favorite chilaquiles, tacos de birria spots in Colosio. Gracias. Nos vemos. Ciao, ciao. So guys, let me show you the front of this spot here. Antojitos. Cocina económica. Ciao, nos vemos. Adios. So guys, there's just so many values here. I featured that in a video prior. I'll link it in the description below. But 100 peso chilaquiles, you got tacos de birria with consomme, all the good stuff, and you're right around that $5 price point for a nice meal there. There's just never ending options to eat, drink, and live well here in Playa del Carmen for $1,000 or less. Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué es la comida del día?
Es ¿cómo se llama? Carne al pastor, carne al pastor.
Carne pastor.
Pastor.
Ah, qué rico. Ok.
La comida del día de hoy.
Tuve que pararme a saludar a ustedes. ¿Todo bien? Mira, mira. Uy, qué rico. ¿Qué es ese plato?
Estas son chuletas
Chuleta.
a las brasas y empanizado de pollo.
¿Qué precio tiene el plato de chuleta?
100 pesos.
100 pesos.
100 pesos.
No, no puede ser. Ok,
Sí.
gracias. Creo que volveré en un rato.
Sí, claro.
Mira. Hola, hola. ¿Qué tal? ¿Todo bien? Guys, I had to stop here at El Chelo. Mira, El Chelo. Qué rico. Y ya viste, you just saw that plate of chuleta, pork chop. 100 pesos, guys. $5 to eat home cooking right here at El Chelo. And it's made with love, guys. I was on the other side of the street and they saw me and they waved, and so I had to come say hi and tell you guys about this spot. I have featured this in a video called Eating in Playa del Carmen for 100 pesos or less. So if you haven't seen that, check it out in the description below. Let's move on, guys. I'm really thirsty, so for my next magic trick, I'm gonna turn this 20 pesos into a delicious, nutritious beverage. Vámonos, let's do this. Nos vemos. Ciao, ciao. All right, my friends, I'm here on 10th Avenue at the Fruteria. Time to get our beverage for $1, 20 pesos. Let's go inside. Hola, hola. Permiso. Hola, ¿tienes sandía?
Ajá,
¿El medio litro
¿de qué?
de sandía?
Sí.
¿Ya? Ah, qué rico. Aquí está, creo. Okay. Look at that watermelon juice. Nom nom nom. Qué emoción. Hola, hola. ¿Cómo te trata el día? ¿Todo bien? Vale 20, ¿verdad?
20.
Okay. Aquí tiene.
Gracias.
Gracias. Que tenga un buen día. Oh, I can't wait for this, guys. Estoy muriendo de sed. Sí, mira. Okay, let's try it. A half a liter of fresh watermelon juice, 20 pesos. Que rico! Oh, that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Hola, hermano. All right. But what if you don't want watermelon juice? What if you want beer? I got you covered. Let me show you where to get the cheapest and freshest beer here in Playa del Carmen. There's always room in the budget for a little bit of cerveza. All right, so some of you might be saying, well, hey, Rope Monster, what if we don't want watermelon juice? What if we want beer? I got you covered on that one too. I'm gonna show you where to get a $4 6-pack of a beer that you may have never heard of, but it's actually pretty tasty. Let's go check this spot out, guys. So I'm here on 10th Avenue. I'll put up on Google Maps where I am, but I'm on the corner of 10th and CTM. And this is where they sell the most beer in Playa, this Deposito right here. And so it stays very fresh. They're constantly getting fresh beer every day. All right, guys, mini super nachito. Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Solo quería mostrar a la gente que se puede comprar un 6 en como 85 pesos. Tiene Montejo también, ¿verdad? Montejo no, pero superior sí. Permíteme mostrar la 6. Gracias. Okay, guys, so you have not tried this beer. It's more than likely you have not tried this brand of beer. Pero mira, dale. Ah, está bien frío, me antojaste. 85 pesos, ¿verdad? 85. So $4.25 for this delicious 6-pack right there. There you heard it from the Rope Monster. Déjame volver después de grabar. Gracias, carnal. Que le vaya muy bien. Nos vemos. Igual. There you have it, guys. $4.25 6-pack. And the Superior is actually a really good beer. To me, it actually has notes of jasmine, and I'm not making that up. Correct me if you disagree, but I really truly taste some type of floral note in that beer. And it's a little bit lighter. I think it's 4.1% ABV. So it's a good day drinking beverage for sure. All right, guys, what's next? What's next? Oh yeah, we have to go check out the 100 peso burrito de asada. Steak burrito, $5. It wouldn't be a complete video without a steak burrito. So let's do that. Salud, guys. All right, guys, I'm here on CTM, and right behind me, we've got Burrito Heaven. Let me show you the spot real quick. Hola, Fernando. ¿Cómo andas? Mira, aquí estamos en El Árabe, right here. Tenemos Fernando y Ruben. ¿Dónde está Ruben? Se fue. So Ruben went to buy some fresh meat. You guys got to ask for Ruben, the owner. Super buena onda. I'm not going to eat a burrito because I just had that huge steak taco lunch over there on 30th. But I will link in the description below a video called Cheapest and Best of Playa, Part 1, where I eat this steak burrito for only $5. If you didn't know, now you know. $1,000 a month, you still get your steak burrito and eat it too. All right, guys, now it wouldn't be a Rope Monster video if we didn't get just a little bit Java wasted. So I'm gonna show you a coffee spot. I featured this in a video before as well in Cheapest and Best of Playa del Carmen, Part 1, so I won't spend too much time here. But for those of you who don't know, this is important information. I'm gonna show you to where to get a 25 peso espresso or a 40 peso cappuccino. Aquí estamos, Panificación Castillo. Check out this menu real quick, guys. Americano 25, espresso 25, cappuccino 40, macchiato 35, So guys, $1.25 on up to $2 whole for your coffee. And this isn't just cheap coffee. This is not instant coffee. This is not Nescafe. This is fantastic coffee made with love, and you can smell it when you walk by, but it's really easy to miss this spot. It's very much a local place. They also have breads. Let's head inside. Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué precio tiene este pan? Más o menos. Hola. 16. Okay, gracias. So 16 peso breads there, guys, 75 cents, under $1 for some of these if you're looking for a snack. All right, guys, we've got the cappuccino. Look at this thing. It's enormous. This is the medium for 40 pesos. Oh, that is so good. So good. All right, let me go find my little mesita. Shaping up to be a great day. And I've basically spent no money. I mean, I don't even think I've spent like $16 today. Yeah. All right, guys. Now, recently I did a video on nightlife in Playa. I'll link that in the description below for a complete guide to the cheap nightlife. But guys, there's 3 places I want to mention. Actually, maybe 4. So there's Lobo de Mar. They have a DJ. There's no cover charge. Fridays and Saturdays, they have a really good DJ set. I think the beers are 70 pesos over there, so not dirt cheap, but you're getting the DJ, the entertainment. It's a great place to meet people. There's The Roof on 5th Avenue. The Roof, check that out. The beers, I believe, are now 50 pesos, so $2.50 over there. Another really good spot as far as mingling. They also have DJs. Let's see, Bar Loco, right on 5th Avenue, still has 40 peso beers. And then what else? Oh, Onyx. Onyx is poppin', right? Like it's a nightclub. It's open till usually like 2 or 3 in the morning, at least 1:30, but usually later. And that's right off of 5th Avenue. And over there, there's no cover charge. There's this downstairs with a DJ, and you can get a huge liter of beer for 120 pesos, which is really all you need to get in there and mingle. $6 over there. So the nightlife can also be incredibly cheap. And as you've seen, we've lived very well today. We've had a haircut, SIM card, lunch, coffee, watermelon juice, 6-pack of beer, all for well under $20. And so that leaves a little bit of room in the budget for partying. I'm gonna finish this cappuccino right here, and then we're gonna talk about my budget that I'm currently living on and how I'm living here in Playa del Carmen. Cheers, guys. Nom, 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 nom. It's truly a delicious cappuccino, and it's almost the size of my head. Very good. All right, my friends, so you can see a lot of these deals are right here in the heart of Playa del Carmen. No, you do not have to live on the other side of the highway. Yes, you can live near the beach on $1,000 a month. Now, let me share with you 2 tricks that are gonna save you quite a bit of money over the long haul. Trick number 1, use a Mexican phone number when calling on these apartments. Go up to the Telcel shop, get your 100 peso SIM card, it's well worth it, and then learn as much Spanish as you can. So you're calling from a Mexican number, you're speaking the language when you're inquiring about these apartments. If you call from a US number, there's a good chance you're gonna get the foreigner price on the apartment. All right, guys, now trick number 2 also has to do with saving a boatload of money on your apartment. You ready for trick number 2? All right, check this out. So trick number 2, guys, come down here apartment hunting going into low season. And I'm saying mid-April to mid-June is when you want to start looking for these apartments. And then part B of trick number 2, sign a 1-year lease so that you're covered all the way through at that price, all the way through high season. If you come down here in December, January, February, right at the peak of high season, don't expect to get a fantastic price on the apartment. Come down here in April or May, negotiate your deal, because what happens is the demand goes way down and the supply goes way up as Europeans, Canadians, Americans all leave for the low season to avoid the hurricanes and the heat. Many of us, though, like low season. It's very peaceful, it's very tranquil, and you can lock in a sweet deal on your apartment. All right, guys, now next and final, I'm going to talk about my budget, so stick around for that. So guys, I just recently upgraded about 3 months ago to a nicer apartment very near the beach, and drum roll, I am living on only $2,000 a month, guys, and that's with dining out. That's living near the beach. My apartment, my rent is 13,000 pesos or $650 for a very nice studio. I think, you know, good studios like that can be had for anywhere from 11,000 to 16,000 pesos. I'm paying 13. I wouldn't suggest paying much more than that. I would strongly consider negotiating if people are trying to get you for, you know, $1,000 for a studio apartment. So that's my rent. And then my food budget, a lot of my money goes toward the dining out budget. As you see, I eat out a lot. I eat fairly high-end restaurants. I eat cheap restaurants, but I really like to just eat. And I'm a pretty good cook, but my current kitchen is not very nice. It's just a 2-burner electric stove. So I'm more of a fan of cooking on gas, so I eat out more. Now my Wi-Fi is included, so the only utility I pay is electric, and my last electric bill, even running the AC, was 550 pesos. Now where I am right now in Sasilha, if you live this direction, down here, you're gonna pay a lot more per kilowatt hour for electricity, or if you live in Center or Hollywood, electricity is a lot cheaper over there. So behind me is south of CTM, and this is where Colosio begins, north of CTM. And so that's my budget, guys. $2,000, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. I don't go out and party very much. I don't drink very frequently. That definitely helps keep the budget down. But even, guys, as you can see in this video, even if you want to go out for a couple of beers, it's really not going to break the bank. There's a place called CMC as well, which I featured at the end of a video. That's a beer spot. They've got draft beers for $4. So, and these are IPAs, craft beverages. So life's really good here, guys, on a budget of only $1,000. And then you can certainly upgrade from there. Life is super juicy on $2,000 for a single person. You've seen me eating at Ictio Fish House, eating entire kilo fish. Eating at Costelao Prime is still, you know, $30, $35. So guys, there you have it. Yes, yes, yes. You can live. Híjole la chingada. Yes, yes, yes. You can live in Playa del Carmen and live very well on $1,000 a month. Thank you guys for stopping in for the video. If you appreciated me taking time out of my day to bring you guys this content, just smash the like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys in the next one. Rope Monster out. And guys, one last mention here for the nightlife. I'm here in front of Tropical Tacos on 5th Avenue. They still have 50 peso beers, and we're not talking off-brand beers. We're talking about Modelo, Corona. They've got a DJ a lot of the nights, and the service is great, the vibe is great. So check out Tropical Tacos as well for nightlife on a budget. It will not break the $1,000 budget to grab yourself a 50 peso beer. And guys, let's also not forget, a lot of the best things in Playa are free. The beach. You can just go to the beach, relax, go for these beautiful walks, get some sunshine. You can go to the Deportivo, the stadium over there. There's a beautiful track. There's basketball courts. There's a place for resistance training, gymnastics, pull-ups. That's all free, guys. There's a book exchange, which I just walked by. Take a book, leave a book. You can read. All this stuff is free. You can have a very rich life here on very, very little money. A lot of people spend their time meditating, dancing. There's a free Wednesday bachata at B Playa, and actually, well, I think now it costs like 50 pesos, but basically free, guys. It's a dance social. You get a free lesson and get to do an open dance over there. So there's just never-ending things. My suggestion is get yourself into these Facebook groups, the dancing groups or whatever. I myself don't personally use Facebook. I network other ways, but there's a lot of really good groups here as well, so you can always find something to do in Playa that will not break the bank as far as entertainment. And guys, I also did a recent video on where you can play pickleball here in Playa for free. Now, pickleball is just taking the world by storm, so if you're into that, I'll link that in the description below. There's going to be at least 6 videos linked in the description below. What's up, J Money?
Oh, you do have your phone. Road monster! Road monster! Road monster!
My buddy Joshua. Yeah, so guys, if you're into pickleball, I'll link that video below, along with a number of other ones related to living here in Playa cheaply and living well. I'm surrounded by butterflies, flowers, friends. So life is really good, guys. Thanks again for joining.